Welcome back to my channel, and a very special welcome if you're new here. My name is Jen. I'm a certified weight loss and nutrition coach who has lost and maintained a 140-pound weight loss. And today we're going to talk about muscle versus fat. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in diet culture about muscle and fat. Do they weigh the same? What do they look like on the body? So today we're going to talk all about it. So if you're excited, give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not. Turn your bell on because I upload new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I did miss a video. I was on vacation in Hawaii, but I am back. So we will be uploading every Tuesday and Thursday moving forward. Down in the description box, I will have nutrition coaching. Highly recommend those personalized macros and calories. That is what I followed to lose and maintain a 140-pound weight loss, as well as one-on-one coaching for questions, accountability, or to talk with me directly. Links, discounts to my favorite healthy things are also down in that description box. So let's talk about muscle versus fat. While 5 pounds of muscle and 5 pounds of fat weigh the same, they can look quite different and have different health effects. Muscle is not factored into your BMI, but is factored into your body fat percentage. I wanted to start out today's video with this because muscle and fat weigh the same. That is one of the big myths. People say muscle weighs more than fat. A pound's a pound. A pound of muscle, a pound of fat, a pound of flour, a pound of butter. It's all a pound. However, the way your body looks is very different when you have more fat versus more muscle. And also, muscle is not taken into your BMI. So if you're following the BMI chart, which we don't know her, she's archaic. That is not something we should be basing our goal weight or our goals on, is the BMI chart, because it's just not sustainable for most people. Muscle is not factored into that. However, it is factored into your overall body fat because muscle isn't fat. Fat is fat. So you can weigh more on the scale, have a higher weight on the BMI chart, but have a very low body fat percentage. Think bodybuilders, female or male. Most of them honestly are obese on the BMI chart, but have very little body fat because their weights, their pounds that the scale recognizes is made up primarily of muscle. So I wanted to start out today's video with that. I want to speak from my own experience. I'm actually overweight on the BMI chart. I would need to lose about 25 pounds to be a healthy weight on the BMI chart. But for me, in order to do that, I would have to lose all of the lean muscle that I've spent so long building up, and it wouldn't be sustainable for me. That's just not a weight that is sustainable for me to allow myself to live my life. So for me, it's not worth it. And the BMI chart, again, is archaic, out of date. We don't want to go by that. We want to go by what is healthy and sustainable for a weight loss goal. And what's interesting about muscle versus fat is two people can weigh exactly the same. They can be the same height, the same age, and weigh the exact same on the scale. But if person A has more muscle than person B, person A is going to look substantially smaller than person B because muscle is this big, fat is this big, and that's where the difference lies. And like I mentioned, the amount of muscle that you have on your body is going to play a factor in your overall body fat percentage. Now, if you want to know what your body fat percentage is, an accurate body fat percentage, you need to have something similar to a DEXA scan, which is going to scan your body. It's going to take into account your muscle, your bone density, as well as your body fat. That's going to give you the most honest perspective of how much fat you have versus muscle. Now, there are some charts out there that recommend what is considered to be a healthy body fat percentage. I'm gonna go ahead and pop those charts up here on the screen for you. So the first chart shows your age, whether you're female or male, and what a healthy body fat percentage is based on that. Now, the older we get, the higher our body fat percentage is going to be. Now, if you look at the next chart, it's going to show you whether you're an athlete, you're fit, you're average, or you're obese. That is what is considered the body fat percentage for those stages. Now, every body is different. So again, somebody may have a little bit higher fat body percentage, but be in really good shape and be really fit. So it's all relative. You have to find what works for your body because Everybody is different. Now, when it comes to the BMI chart, the BMI chart is only taking into account your age, your height, and your weight. And remember, the scale measures mass. It doesn't know what the mass is made up of. So person A over here who weighs 180 pounds but has very little body fat and lots of muscle is again going to look very different, very thin, very svelte, very athletic, very fit, versus person B who has more body fat, yet they weigh the same on the scale. And that's why you can't go by the BMI chart, because number one, it's just taking into account total mass. It doesn't know what the mass is made up of. And the recommended weights for most people, 95 to 99% of people, those weights are too low to be sustainable long term. Like I said, I would have to lose 20, 25 pounds to be a healthy weight on the BMI chart. And that's just not something that I am going to do. It's not healthy for my body. Best thing to focus on is increasing lean muscle. Don't worry so much about the scale. Focus more on how your body feels. How's your endurance? How are your clothes fitting? Are you able to see muscle definition? And remember, the more muscle, lean muscle you have on your body, the more calories you burn at rest, the higher your metabolism, and the healthier and better you look. So here's some tips on how to build lean muscle. Practice strength training 3 to 4 days per week. At home, take advantage of your own body weight with push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. Incorporate strength training into your cardio work with high-intensity interval training or HIIT training routines. Don't be afraid to push yourself with increasingly heavier free weights. Consider doing a session with a personal trainer who can show you how to lift safely and effectively. Consider recreational activities that help you build muscle like climbing, yoga, or biking. Eat a high protein diet to fuel your muscle development. If you're trying to bulk up, increase your daily calorie intake with lean protein like chicken and fish. So the only way to build muscle is to get in the gym. You've got to do some strength training, even if it's body weight exercises. That's really how you're going to build muscle. Cardio doesn't build muscle. Now, cardio can help burn fat, which then shows the muscle that you're building, but your goal should be to add some strength training a couple of days a week into your routine. Now, I personally do HIIT training 3 days a week. I lift weights in the gym with the training app Trainwell. I love it. I have a coach. I have workouts. It shows me my moves, corrects my form. It's like having a trainer without having a trainer, and it's much more affordable. I do have 14 free days with Trainwell. I will link it for you. Definitely check it out. If you're new to working out or you just feel like you don't really know what you're doing, Trainwell is really going to help. But focus on building that lean muscle. Now, in order for us to see the work we're putting in for that lean muscle, we need to shed excess weight, excess body fat. We need to get our body fat percentage a little bit lower. So here's some tips on how to do that. Eat a balanced diet full of nutritious foods. Avoid under eating. Speaking of goals, set realistic ones. Exercise every day. Avoid the scale. Work with a nutritionist. Switch it up and talk to a doctor. Like I said, the scale measures mass. We don't know what the mass is made up of. So if you have an unhealthy relationship with the scale, don't get on it every day. Weigh yourself once a week, every 2 weeks. I wouldn't recommend going more than a month without weighing yourself. Keep your thumb on it. Know exactly kind of what's happening on that scale, but don't invest too much into it. Pay closer attention to how your body looks, how your clothes are fitting. Definitely work with someone like myself, a weight loss and nutrition coach. Get your macros and calories done. How else do you know what you're supposed to eat to reach your weight loss goals? I do macros and calories custom to you. I will give you fats, carbs, protein, calories. I'll break it down by meal. We'll give you serving size and food suggestions. That is how I lost 140 pounds, tracking calories and protein. So get your macros and calories done. And then I have coaching as well if you want to talk with me, really set some realistic goals and let me help you navigate through that. I will have nutrition coaching in the description box along with the Trainwell app for strength training. Move your body. Have a dependable, consistent exercise routine. Find something you enjoy and make sure it includes some type of strength training to build that lean muscle. Focus on your diet because weight loss starts in the kitchen. Fitness starts in the gym. 80 to 90% of weight loss comes in from the foods that you're eating, not moving your body. Exercise is like the icing on the cake. So should you exercise? Yes, but your focus should be nutrition. And again, me doing your macros and calories will help you with the nutrition aspect. And just remember, we can weigh exactly the same and look completely different. Our goal is to build muscle and shed fat, regardless of what the BMI chart says, regardless of what the scale says. Let me know down below, are you someone that focuses more on your body composition, lean muscle, or are you trapped in the vicious cycle of focusing only on the scale? Let us know down below. And if you used to be a slave to the scale, how did you break that? And what are some tips and tricks that you can offer to those that are still struggling? Focus, you guys, on moving your body and building lean muscle. Stay off the scale. Stay off the scale if it ruins your day. It's not worth it. It's a box that delivers a number. It is not worth ruining your day over. And don't forget, have your macros and calories done. That is how you're going to see success for your body. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found today's video helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.